everyone, welcome back to Tune In with TEFL. I'm Jess.
And I'm Tara.
Today's episode is all about teaching English online. It's something we get asked about all the time. People see videos online of teachers working from cafes in Thailand or teaching from their spare bedroom and think, could I actually do that?
Or they wonder whether it's really realistic to earn an income from teaching English online.
Exactly. So today we're going to talk about teaching English online, what it actually looks like, how people get started, and some of the biggest misconceptions we hear.
So we're going to start with, why is everyone talking about teaching English online?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons teaching online became so popular is because it offers something that people are looking for more and more these days, which is flexibility.
Definitely, and you don't necessarily have to move abroad or completely change your life. Some people teach online while working full-time, others do it while travelling, and some people turn it into their full-time career.
Yeah, and that's the thing, people don't always realise teaching online doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can start small, maybe even a few hours a week, maybe some evenings or weekends, then decide if it's something that you want to do more of.
And then the first thing that people usually ask is, what do I need to get started?
So I think this is where people overcomplicate things. So they might imagine, okay, I need this fancy, expensive equipment and a professional studio setup.
And honestly, most people just start with a laptop, a decent internet connection, and just a quiet room to work in.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of teachers start with very basic setups. You can always improve things later on. The most important thing is that you have the confidence to begin with.
And having the skills to teach, and that's where a TEFL qualification comes in. So a lot of people ask, what TEFL qualification do I actually need to start teaching English online?
Yeah, it's a great question. Probably one of the biggest questions we get asked. People know that they need a TEFL qualification, but they're not always sure which one is right for them. So if you're looking at getting started teaching English online, you want to be starting with a 120-hour TEFL course. And this is often the perfect starting point. So it gives you the foundations of lesson planning, classroom management, and teaching methodology.
Exactly. And then for people who are looking to make themselves even more competitive, especially for higher paying opportunities, then a level 5 qualification can be a really great option.
Yeah, definitely. So the 180-hour course goes into greater depth. It can actually help you stand out when you're applying for jobs as well.
But it really just depends on your goals. If you're looking to get started quickly, the 120-hour course is a perfect entry point. But if you're planning on teaching long term, or if you want to maximize your opportunities, then it's really worth considering the 180-hour course.
Yeah, absolutely. So the main thing is choosing a recognized qualification at the end of the day. So then actually taking action, because sometimes people spend months researching courses and certificates when they could actually already just be applying for teaching opportunities.
Exactly. No matter which route you're going to choose, the most important thing is just getting qualified and getting started. And then a lot of people's next question is, how do I find students, or how do I find an online teaching job?
Yeah, this is exactly where people get stuck. They start to think, okay, I'm fully qualified, now what?
And there are honestly so many different routes that you can take.
So you can work for online teaching companies, you can teach through tutoring platforms, you can actually advertise yourself as well independently, or you can build your own student base through referrals or even social media.
And honestly, you don't need to have everything figured out straight away. That's one thing that a lot of people worry about, but honestly, you shouldn't.
Not at all. So most people start somewhere simple, gain experience, and then figure out what's best for them.
And then the next thing that people usually ask is, how much can I earn teaching English online?
Yeah, this is the question everyone wants to know. And unfortunately, there isn't one simple answer, because it depends a lot on things such as experience, qualifications, and also the types of students you teach and how many hours you work.
Some people use it as a side hustle to earn extra money each month, and others build full schedules and make it their full-time income.
What's important is you're not comparing yourself to people who've been doing this for years. Everyone starts somewhere.
Exactly. And then we're going to get into some of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're starting out teaching English online.
Yeah, so number one, waiting until everything is perfect. You don't need the perfect setup. You don't need 10 qualifications. You don't need years of experience.
Yeah, exactly. And number 2 is assuming that nobody will hire beginners.
Yeah, so every experienced teacher was once a beginner as well.
Exactly. So don't be afraid when you're starting out. Everyone started in the exact same position as you. And then number 3 would be giving up too quickly.
Yeah, so the people who succeed are usually the ones who stay consistent. They keep applying, they keep learning, and they keep improving.
Exactly.
If you've been thinking about teaching English online, hopefully this episode has shown that it's probably more achievable than you actually think.
You don't need to have everything figured out before you start.
Just get qualified, take the first step, apply for opportunities, and remember that confidence comes from doing, not from waiting.
Exactly, and honestly, who knows, a few online lessons could end up becoming a side hustle for you, a travel fund, or even a brand new full-time career.
Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Tune In with TEFL.
We really hope you found it helpful.
If there's a topic you'd like us to cover in a future episode, do let us know.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on an episode.
Thanks for tuning in.